Hi, my name is Chrissy and I'm going to have you follow me around my kitchen today while I do a kitchen makeover. We're going to go through the pantry and my fridge. Who knows what we're going to find. It could be expired food, could be gross, could be moldy things on there, who knows. Anyway, I'm going to let you in on what my dirty little secrets are. First of all, we're going to put them into 3 categories. So the categories are a red light, yellow light category and green light. So let's take a look at the differences between a red light, yellow light and green light foods. These are some red light foods. You'll probably recognize a few of them: chocolates, cookies, candies, crackers, diet soda, beer, wine. I see wine at the bottom. Oh, that's scary. Cereal, cheese, butter. These red light foods are foods that you don't want to have in your house. They trigger overeating, they don't make you feel good, they just don't get you to where you want to go when it comes to leading a healthy lifestyle. So we want to get those out of the house. Green light foods, all the good stuff: vegetables, apples, greens, Greek yogurt, chicken, beans, turkey, lean meats, basically anything that feels good to eat. These foods are foods that make you feel mentally and physically healthy. You don't need to overeat on them. They make you feel good. They, support your healthy lifestyle. When you eat them, your body responds well and you're able to maintain a nice lean weight. Things on a yellow food list would be stuff that you can eat occasionally. So for some people, they don't trigger overeating, they just can eat stuff in moderation. So a bag of chips or some crackers might be in your yellow food list. I will go through and show you some of mine and you can decide for yourself what yours are. Here is the embarrassing part. We're going to start right here in my messy pantry. Okay, so I've pulled everything out and this is what we have to deal with here. So I've kind of put them into 3 different categories. I've got my yellow, my greens, and my reds. Now I was quite surprised what I found at the back of my cupboard and in the red zone. It's not that I would necessarily eat any of these. Well, actually I would eat these out of the packet, no problem. And mini eggs, yeah, I'd probably pop those in my mouth pretty easily too. Granola bars, I mean, on occasion I have them, but it's not really my go-to. However, when looking at the labels on these things, roasted peanuts, sunflower seeds, sugar, corn syrup, yellow corn flour, I mean, it's just sugar, sugar, sugar. Same with these ones here: rolled oats, dried cane syrup, more syrup, unsweetened chocolate, honey, barley flakes, and they would be one of the healthier choices, you would think, being a Cliff Bar. Corn syrup, yeah, chucking that out, that's definitely in the red. Now, this one, it's been in my cupboard for a long time. I would say it's expired, so I'm throwing that one out. Candies, who knows even how old those are, that's just disgusting. Now this one, I love. I put this on my salad, and I was surprised when I read the back of it. Grape caramel colour and sugar, dried glucose syrup. What I know about caramel colour is that, well, some people say that it is cancer causing, so I am going to be getting rid of that. That is a red light. Soda stream, nobody ever uses that, that's disgusting. So they are in my red light. This one is here. Look at the label on that. It's just got so many things in the ingredients. Like, that cannot be good for you. So that is in the red light. Okay, we have some green light stuff here, just in the pantry. Obviously I haven't been through my fridge just yet. But we've got coconut milk. That one is great for cooking it on occasion. We've got some chia seeds, coconut oil, some nuts, some salmon, quinoa, various kinds, coconut flour, sprouted brown rice and grains, some extra virgin olive oil, black beans. And what I liked about this is, the ingredient says crushed tomatoes, salt and citric acid. So there's actually not too many ingredients in there, so on occasion that would be fine to use. This one here, we have no added salt or sugar. Ingredients is whole kernel corn, water and vacuum pack. So I'll consider that one an okay. Steel cut oats, yes, love them. Steel cut oats may contain wheat. So these are the yellow light foods. So for me, I don't eat a lot of this. I mean, these ones, yes, I have with avocado instead of having toast. I use wraps. I just wanted to have a look at the wrap. Okay, that's scary. That's the list of the ingredients. So I will not be buying those again. They can go over here. I've put the dates in this category because they can be my go-to when I want to have a quick sugar fix. And it's not necessarily a good thing. So I've got them in my pile. Cereals, I don't eat those. Children cereal for breakfast. And panko. Let's see what's in this ingredients. Where is it? Wheat flour, sugar, yeast and salt. Why would they put sugar in here? Ah, bummer. Okay, so we don't need that. That's just adding sugars. We have some honey, some maple syrup. I use the maple syrup for cooking with. Soup, cup of soup. I would never eat this. It has sugar in it. I'm just going to throw that out right now. That's on that list. Okay, so that's the start of my kitchen makeover. So obviously I'm going to put the stuff back on this side, and the stuff on this side is going to be either donated or thrown out. Okay, so now we have the state of my fridge, and so we've got a few items in here. Juices, these are left over from a party we had, and I don't drink juices, so I feel like they're okay in there. We have some almond milk, which I sometimes have in my coffee if I make coffee at home. We've got some 1% milk. We do have some broth in here, which is questionable, and I'm going to check on those and look at throwing those out. This is definitely a throw out. Who knows how long that's been there. The other stuff is fairly fresh. We have, what do we have here? Mayonnaise. It contains sugar. So that is an item. I mean, it's almost out anyway. I'm going to actually chuck that out. So we've got two items here that are going. We have a half drinking can of something. That's going to go. Okay, what do we have here? Chive dip. What is in this one here? Modified milk ingredients, salt, vinegar, chives, lactic acid. Yeah, not so good. That's gonna have to go. Okay, so instead of buying sliced ham, I actually bought a fully cooked, ready to enjoy ham, which I sliced myself for the kids' sandwiches. These items here, they are gonna go. Garlic, or pre-packaged garlic back there too. Okay, almonds. This little one, oh, that's definitely a red light for me. However, I'm not drinking alcohol for this month, so I feel pretty safe with having that in the fridge right now. Carrots, easy to grab for the kids, for lunches, and we definitely need to do a shop. I'm going to go through my items on the side here and see what we have to get rid of. I found something with mold. Ew, gross. Okay, so I've got rid of a few items here from the side, all of these here. So they are all going in the garbage. So I've just been down to Thrifty's and done a little bit of a shop of green light foods, and these are some of the options that we have. Some nice fresh eggs, free run, some organic products here as well, and my new favourite, I love beets on everything, and they come in pre-packaged swirly bits here, which is great, and same with the butternut squash. So those are perfect, easy things to whip out. We've got some lean meats here. We are set for dinner. This here is a tough one because on a regular week it would be kind of in the red, I guess, between the yellow and the red anyway. But I've committed to not drinking for a month, so that is off bounds right now. Just to prove that I am actually throwing it out. Okay, so I've just finished my kitchen makeover, going through my pantry and through my fridge, and you know, I categorized everything into the red light, yellow light and green light sections, and my criteria for the red light section was anything with a lot of sugar in it, questionable ingredients, old food or stuff that I disliked in the beginning. And we don't store a lot of ice cream or chips or anything in the house because they are complete red light foods for me, so they are not kept here, they're kept in the store. So there were a few items in the yellow section, granola bars, cereal, and some other packaged item. I don't feel like they're a big threat. I'm not a big go-to grab granola bar type person. I really do prefer to make my own. So I did put those back into the cupboard, not being concerned about those at all. And then the green light products were, you know, quinoa, the fruits and veggies that I went and purchased, some lean meats in there, and some Greek yogurt. Those are all, you know, good stuff that I use on a day-to-day basis, so I feel good about putting those back into my fridge. I feel like the timing of this kitchen makeover was good. I have lofty goals for the next 4 weeks with another trip coming up, so I really wanted to focus on cleaning out what is currently in there and setting myself up for success in achieving the goals that I've put together. Was there resistance? Yes, there was resistance. I hated throwing out the chocolate eggs from Easter. They were really hard to dump. I kind of wanted to slip one in my mouth, but I didn't. They did go in the recycle, and I've got photos to prove it. But I really hate wasting food, so, you know, throwing something out that wasn't quite finished was definitely a challenge, and I can see why people have a really hard time with it. The enjoyment and pleasure that comes from going through this process is knowing that I'm going to be able to fit my jeans and they're going to feel great. So yes, there is that part of the enjoyment, and the other part is that everything just feels fresh and clean, and it really didn't take as long as what I thought it would, so I'm feeling like it was a good decision. What I'm noticing right now after completing this challenge is that I have a little bit more motivation to have some great meals prepped and ready to go, some great salads made for the week for lunches. Okay, so now that my makeover is done, I've been reflecting on some of the things that I learnt by going through this process. And I have done this before, but it's funny how stuff kind of sneaks in. And in my mind I was like, oh yeah, no, most of our stuff is really healthy. But some of the stuff that kind of sticks out was the amount of ingredients in the wraps that I buy. Like I'm buying whole wheat wraps, and I thought they were a lot healthier than what they actually are, but there's, you know, like 12 or 15 different ingredients in the wrap, which obviously is not a good thing. And then of course, you know, the sugar in various foods, which always surprises me. Why do they need sugar in panko breadcrumbs? Also realizing some of the emotions that come with throwing food out. You know, you forget what that feels like to have to throw food out that you've purchased. I guess the lesson in that is just don't buy it. If you don't have it in your house, then you won't feel like you're missing out when you have to throw it away.